All right, good morning. This is wheel bearing replacement on a 2012 Toyota Altima Coupe. Uh, Replaced the passenger side bearing yesterday. I didn't record that because that was just very difficult. But I think this time will be a little better because I think I learned some tricks on how to do it because I had a lot of trouble doing that yesterday. So I'm gonna try and finish this one up today a little faster. Hope it'll go well. All right. Okay. I just took off the lug nuts with the impact gun. This is a used unit my brother picked up. It's got a good couple miles on it, but still functioning. Maybe in a couple of months I might pick up a new one because, man, this thing is just so useful. So I pulled off those bolts, no problem, with the wheel up in the air, and let's see if we can take this off. It's here. Okay, whenever working on a vehicle, please use jack stands for safety. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking some of these other pieces apart. I'm gonna take off this wheel spacer, so I'm gonna have to get to that cotter pin a little bit later. So we'll get to that now. Okay, I just went ahead and removed the brake caliper. Two small bolts here in the back. Remove the entire brake caliper. I used a wire hanger to hang it up here. I believe they sell brake hooks. It's more easily designed to hold that up, but metal wire hanger works just fine. Just keep it out of the way so it doesn't flop around and break the brake disc. Also loosened here, popped out the clip that goes there. I'm able to manipulate the brake caliper by removing this pin that holds the brake caliper here. Oh, you can't see that. That holds it in there. Remove that. So the wire comes out, gives it more slack, and I'm able to hang it up out of the way. So I'm gonna remove this and these brake pads that turn out to be no good. So I can go ahead and get this disc off. All right. Remove the entire brake caliper. Other brake caliper is hung up there. The rest of the brake system's off. And pull this off. Disc put to the side. Go ahead and cut this cotter pin off. Get off this nut. Now, what I had an absolute blast with working on this yesterday was getting behind the hub assembly, 4 bolts that are here on the hub assembly. Now I just found out if I turn the wheel to one side, I can get the 2 on the left side, and then when I'm done with that, I'll turn the wheel to the right, the other direction, and get the one on the right hand side. With the impact gun, which with tools, everything comes out a lot easier. So let me go ahead and give that a shot. And those are the 2 bolts on the left hand side of the assembly. See the empty space there. Now we're going to go for the right, turn the wheel to the other side, get the impact gun in there, try to get those 2 out, and I'm going to take off that ABS sensor before I break it. So here we go. Okay, all 4 bolts came out. By turning the wheel left and right gives you better access to the back of the knuckle assembly. I wish I knew about this yesterday because this took me like 4 hours yesterday. But you live and you learn. Experience goes far away when you're learning something new. All right, so I'm gonna have to hit this with a hammer, see if it'll come out, and see if it'll give me less trouble than it did yesterday on the other side. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. The space where the brake caliper faces forward, and I can only usually hit it on one side, but you have to get it from all sides. I was able to hit it enough that it actually starts spinning a little bit with a little bit of tapping. Now I can hit this from a different angle. And I bent it. Come on. big space there. Almost out. Okay, it came out. I'm going to get a center punch, push this out so I don't mess up the gear. I thought it already released, but I guess not. Or the little 2x4 I could probably hit right there. Little piece of wood. Hold on. Okay, now, word to the wise. If you're gonna hit this, in order not to mess up these threads, put the bolt back on until it's just about evenly flush, so it actually protects the threads. So have it to here. I'm gonna move it out a little bit so the bolt's just a little higher. Then I'm going to, it's nice and flush. All the threads are protected. I'm going to gently tap this with a piece of wood and a sledgehammer. Fortunately, I can't do it with one hand. So I'm gonna just tap it and it should release the drive shaft. And when in doubt, get the right tool for the right job. You don't do this by hand, but just seeing how far this will go. Ta-da! All right, fantastic. That went better than yesterday. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and clean off all this hideous corrosion. Get this with some anti-seize grease. Anti-seize grease here after I clean it off and reassembling. All right, cool. Better than yesterday. Good. Amazing how much corrosion can build up in between metal pieces like this. It looks like corrosion from battery terminals. Amazing. And clean this mating surface off. Then I'll put some anti-seize on that. Make sure that if I ever change these again, have the same problem. So much harder to do this and look at what you're recording at the same time. Never appreciate how other people do this, but get all this off. Go over it with a wire brush. I'm gonna have here as well. Clean all this off, and we can start reassembling. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is going so much better than yesterday. Okay, I put some anti-seize on the outside of the wheel knuckle, anti-seize on the drive shaft, a little bit on the where the bolt goes as well, because this was just so difficult to take off because no one's ever done it before. So if I ever have to change this again, I don't want to have this much trouble doing it. So a little bit anti-seize anyway. I've got to put the dust shield on first because I almost forgot that last time. I had to take apart a lot of stuff because I already put the brakes on. Had to take them all off again to put that. So I'm going to put that on first and get the bearing on. So here we go. Okay. So here we are. We're reinstalling the brake caliper. I'm gonna bring it down here. I'm gonna hit the bolts in the back with the impact gun. Put some anti-seize on some of the bolts. And hopefully that'll go down. And we'll see how the rest of it comes out. So far so good. Coming out really good. All right, the brakes all back together. And I put the wheel on without the spacer. Completely forgot about that. Had to take the wheel off, put the spacer back on. And about to hit the lug nuts with the torque gun. Tighten them down and give it a run and see how it goes. Looks like we're all done here for the bearings. I think I shaved off an hour of how long it took me last night to do this. So it's a learning process, but very rewarding. Cool. And here's the car all together, running and driving. And a quick run down the block. Actually, I'll film a quick test ride. It rides great. It is so much more quiet. I'm so happy. It wasn't easy, but first time out, it's so much better. It's 100 times better. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. It is very nice. And here's a quick video of the inside of the car running and driving. Oh man, it reduced the road noise completely. It feels like when I first got the car. This is excellent, fantastic. So very happy. As you hear, there's no road noise. Oh man. Brakes do still work. That's very important. So with no road noise. Oh, I'm so happy. This came out so well. It's a hell of a job to do on your own, but it's so satisfying when you get something done. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning into this video all the way to the end. And just for that, I have a little bonus material. Here we have the 2012 Altima Coupe that I just changed the bearings on. I am showing you the rear view mirror marker lights on this unit that came from the factory. They are so old and are beginning to fail. They can barely be seen during the day and also at night. It's very difficult to see. It's due to age and the units failing themselves. So what I wanted to do was get LED strip lights, install them in these lights, but that seemed to be too much problem. Since I couldn't find those LED strips, I just left them like that. Turns out about a year and a half later, I found on eBay these units already come with the LED strips installed inside them as an entire replacement unit. Here you see the entire replacement unit mounted onto the car with LED strips, and they are so much more bright and they have a dynamic illumination quality to them. Very modern, very bright, very nice subtle upgrade that makes the car look so much better. Here it is installed on the car. I hope you enjoy it. I can see these during the day especially, and even more at night because they're so much more bright and so much more modern. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.